Hello and welcome to the Marketing 101 for Small Business Owners podcast. I'm your host, Philippa Channer, and if you recently started your own business, then you're in the right place. Here, I share with you weekly episodes designed to help entrepreneurs to get comfortable with their marketing. My goal with this podcast is to really help small business owners make smarter and educated decisions with their marketing campaigns. And this month, I'm sharing on how we can use paid advertisement to expand our market and reach more potential customers. So advertising is an essential part of any business's growth strategy. We can't and shouldn't expect growth unless we're willing to invest a little bit into it. But most small business owners sometimes struggle to know which type of paid advertisement options is the right option for them. This podcast, we're going to cover the different types of paid advertisements and how they can help you reach your marketing goals. All right, so first, let's get to the basics. Last week of this show, episode 68, we touched on the advantages of exploring paid advertisement. I shared that paid advertising is an essential part of any successful digital marketing strategy. And with the right knowledge and tools, you can use paid ads to reach your target audience, increase brand awareness, and ultimately drive more sales. And understanding the basics of paid advertising can really help you make informed decisions when it comes to optimizing your campaigns and maximizing your return on investment. Now, there are some advantages of using paid ads for small businesses. When it's done correctly, paid ads can be a really powerful tool for small business to reach potential customers very quickly and very efficiently. With the right strategy and the budget, paid ads can help small businesses gain pretty much more visibility and build their brand and also drive traffic to their website. Additionally, paid ads are cost effective and have the potential to generate more leads in less time than traditional marketing ads. And by utilizing paid ads, small businesses can tap into a larger audience and increase their reach with minimal effort. Now, there's different types of paid ads. The key to being successful with paid advertisement is to find the right type of ad for your business. Small business owners have many options when it comes to advertising their product or their service. And while traditional forms of media such as print and radio are still viable, digital advertising is becoming increasingly popular. From pay-per-click ads to sponsored content and search engine optimization, small business owners have a wide range of paid advertisement options that can help them reach their target audience. So let's explore the different type of paid advertisements available for small business owners, as well as the advantage and disadvantages associated with them. So first, we're going to look at traditional paid advertisement options. When it comes to traditional marketing, we're referring to any type of marketing that isn't online. This means we're talking about print advertisements, the magazines, newspaper ads, flyers, posters, stuff that you physically need to print and people will visually hold and or see and could touch if they wanted to on the wall. All right, so those are paid print advertisements. All right, and then we have TV and radio broadcast. So when you're watching a sitcom on show or you're listening to the radio and an ad comes up for a different product or service, sometimes you'll see a mix of local advertisements and as well as some national brands like Pepsi and Coca-Cola and Nike. So those are different options that are available for small businesses. Those are obviously a lot more costly, a higher price tag with those, but they are available and we can utilize them. And then of course we have direct mail. Again, printing something and mailing it off to either a selected list or maybe your past clients, but those are direct mails. And then of course there's phone calls, cold calling people or calling, your clients. That's still a form, or all your past clients, a form of marketing, reaching out, but picking up the phone and calling somebody. And then lastly, we've got outdoor advertisements like billboards. If you're in an area like, most of Montgomery County, there's no billboards, but you do have some signs on the, people will put up like those little street side signs that look like little, I always say yard sale signs, but there are the smaller ones that people can put up. Those are smaller billboards, I would say. But for an area like us, Montgomery County, Maryland, that don't have billboards, that would be the closest to billboards we have. You also can have stuff like on the side of buses. If you've seen our right on buses. Some of them will have advertisements on the back or the sides. Those are another form of advertisement that are considered traditional advertisements. All right, so from newspapers to radio, the traditional advertisement method for marketing helps reach, again, a targeted audience. We're talking local, specific area of an audience, right? And then on the other hand, we've got digital marketing, which is, it's digital. Digital marketing is any marketing a company conducts online or digitally, virtually. You have a laundry list of options. These are just a few of them, but we've got paid social media ads. You've got paid ads on Google, Yahoo, Bing ads, all those. You've got YouTube video ads. You have text messaging campaigns that you could do, email marketing, and paid per click advertisements. Pretty much any space you can access online, either a desktop or a mobile phone, presents you with the opportunity to have your ad displayed to your ideal customer. I mentioned earlier, the buses with the advertisements wrapped on them. Those are traditional ads. There's also vehicles you may have seen in your neighborhood driving by with a digital sign on the top of their vehicle that is showing some type of advertisement. I would consider that a digital ad, even though it's on a vehicle. It's like one of those gray areas, but that's clearly like a digital thing that was made. Computers running it. And so you name it, you can think of it, something's out there. You also have the option, which I would still put under digital ads, but I've mentioned YouTube ads. There's also this podcast. If I were to take some sponsorships and people could pay for me to announce their business, that is a form of advertisement where I'm going to do a mention hey, if you need a CPA, check out so and so. That would be an ad that somebody could pay me for. I would benefit from the money, but the person who's paying for the ad, the CPA in this case, who's paying for me to mention their business in my podcast, is going to get the benefit of all of you listeners knowing about their business. And if you are in the mood and the space that you need a CPA, then me recommending one to you is going to benefit for both you and the CPA who's getting the ad. So another form of ad. So comparatively, traditional advertisement methods honestly, when you measure it, they're not as effective as they used to be. It's hard to reach a large number of people when dealing with a limited budget. So if you, again, like most people are listening here, are a small business owner and you don't have a large budget, traditional ads tend to be a little bit more expensive, and it's also very difficult to track the return on investment with traditional advertisements, as there's no real way to analyze which of your customers came because of a traditional ad you placed. Unless you're asking them specifically, hey, before I help you, where did you see an ad? It's awkward. Some people do have it in their, their survey, their checkout, how did you find out about us? But those are only as effective as the person who's placing it. And actually it's only as effective as the form itself. Like if you don't have all the possible places that you use advertisement listed and they just click other, then you're losing out on data. So it's just really harder to track those traditional ads. Digital advertising, on the other hand, it's mostly cheaper and very cost effective, and they're more efficient. With digital advertisements, you can also target your audience more precisely and measure the results of your campaign in real time. All right, so I want to give you a quick example of a successful paid campaign for one of the small business owners that I've worked with. So if you're ever wondering if paid advertisements is really effective and worth the investment, I'm going to show you this quick story of one of my clients. So Ricky, he's a small business owner and he's been struggling to get his business off the ground for a few months. And he tried all sorts of different marketing strategies, but nothing seemed to be working. Then one day he heard about paid campaigns and decided to give it a try. He put together an ad campaign, he and I together, we put an ad campaign that's targeting local customers. And within the first week, he saw an increase in sales and word of mouth referrals from satisfied customers. So Ricky was amazed, and it seemed that paid campaigns were the key to success for him after all. And other small business owners like himself can see the benefits. So from then on, Ricky, from that point on in our experience, Ricky has always made sure that in his marketing strategy, there's some type of paid advertisement included. to keep his business growing year after year. And we've explored different types of paid advertisements to see which ones are more effective. So it's been a real fun journey just trying out different things and seeing how much of a boost it gives his business. So it does work. And this is just one example of many who have seen great results from their willingness to try paid advertisements and stick with it long enough to see the good results. So small business owners can benefit a great deal from paying for advertisements as long as they're used in the right way and with the right strategy. For small business owners, advertising can be a great way to increase sales and get the word out about their products and services. However, it's important to ensure that you have an effective advertising strategy in place first. This should involve researching your target audience, determining the best platform to reach them, and ensuring that your ads are relevant, professional, and engaging. Additionally, tracking your ads' performance is essential in order to really evaluate success and make adjustments as needed. As I shared earlier, there's a long list of both traditional and digital advertisement options out there for us to explore and try. So if you're considering one method over another and would like some expert advice and guidance before committing and submitting some money, schedule your free consultation session with me today and we can explore together if it's the best method for you and help get you started. I want to make sure you come back next week when we explore further how to review and select the right paid advertisement method for your small business. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast wherever you're listening so that you can be notified when the next episode drops. As until then, have a wonderful week and thanks for listening. I hope you are learning and growing your business along with me. Have a great weekend.